View of our home.
It is so lovely. Are you guys hungry? Yes.
Very hungry.
That's a good thing, because we are back in the kitchen with Tia Mowry and Donal Skehan. Tia was a child actress. She's now turned food host and author. You were an Irish pop star. You've turned food expert and author.
How are we here? I can't believe it.
I mean, how did this happen? And now you guys are hosting a Food Network show called Star Kids.
Yes.
Which is basically kids cooking, but it's different. You're not just judging these children on the food, you're judging them on more.
There's a lot that has to go into this, because obviously they have to be great cooks, but they also have to present on camera. So it's all about the charisma, it's all about what they can bring to the table alongside the food. A lot of pressure.
Yeah. And sometimes go ahead. No, sometimes it gets, really hard, because we have to send someone home each week. And
She's a crier. She's a crier.
I've cried. I mean, I have a child, he's 5 years old, so I find myself, after we've said, you kind of have to go home, I'm like talking to them.
See,
and
even the way she approached that, you kind of have to go home. No, I'm sorry, you have to go home. You don't kind of.
But I'm sitting there and like consoling them. It could get a little, tough sometimes.
So you judge children. That's what you do. That's your job.
Don't judge us for judging the children.
We have a job that we have to do, and it gets hard sometimes,
Do you leave it up to, if I were you, I'd just be like, Donald's got to tell you something.
That's exactly what they do.
I do
the whole way through the series.
I'm like, you have to say it, not me.
I had to cut every kid, and then on the last episode, they were like, so Tia's going to announce the winner. I was like, I thought that was my job.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, once you get some kids, they'll be easier on you.
Okay,
We have a
fine.
clip of the show, so you guys take a look.
What you judge.
The Cooking Channel's Tia Mowry and international food personality Donal Skehan will mentor them
You need to focus on your message.
Just taste your food.
in challenges designed to test their culinary imagination.
You're an artist, and I can definitely see that.
They'll have to put it on a plate and deliver on camera.
You lit up that screen.
They must stand out from the pack
So the salt crust keeps in the moisture of the fish.
and dazzle VIPs.
You have that lamb all on fleek.
I forgot the garlic.
Never reveal your secrets.
Exactly.
It'll be one of the biggest challenges of their lives.
I'm a hot mess right now.
And only one will survive to become the first Food Network star kid.
These kids are geniuses, I'm telling you. Like, they are so incredibly talented.
Yeah, and we're down to the final 4 now, so it's, I mean, it's really tough work.
So the season finale is this week?
Season finale, yep.
Oh my
And
gosh.
we will announce the first Food Network star kid.
Well, that will be you. We'll have to send Donald home, and you will announce the winner.
You realize you're making me feel bad. I mean, worse than last night, because I felt horrible at my kid's school. I didn't live up to it. Now kids are out cooking. Who cooks here, by the way? No. Kim, you don't. Carter, no.
I did start a
Sad?
small fire last night.
Oh, good. Sammy, you cook?
Oh yeah, for sure. One time I tried to do a Facebook Live, and that was the scariest thing in my life. So I'm glad that y'all are doing this right now.
All you gotta do is
It's too much.
You're gonna cook. So, Tia, you are gonna make us your amazing lamb chop lollipop.
Yes.
I love this.
Oh my gosh. And it's so easy. If you want to wow your guests, wow your significant other, I mean, my husband, this is like his favorite dish. You just make the lollipop lamb chops. It's very simple. Basically, I create a rub that I put on top of the lamb chops. It's salt, pepper, herbe de Provence, which it's easy. You don't have to cut up all these fresh herbs. That's so time consuming sometimes.
Does it taste better with the accent if you do it with the
Drizzle some olive oil on there, and then you just throw it on a grill. You want it to be nice and hot because you want to get those nice grill, char marks, the grill marks. And I like mine like maybe 2 to 3 minutes on each side, more on the 3 minutes.
Listen to that sizzle.
Yeah, love when I hear that sizzle. You're gonna get like a nice sear.
You never cooked for me during the show. I'm very upset now that I'm seeing these lamb lollipops. They smell amazing.
Thank
Where
you.
did this recipe come from?
This recipe, it's just one of the dishes that I just love, making for my husband. And I was trying to have a baby. And what I wanted to do was create a dish that was, a little more on the healthier side. So lamb, it's less in saturated fats.
Right.
So this was the meat that I chose to eat, to get my body ready for pregnancy.
You're preparing the vessel.
Yes.
I I'm with you.
how you gotta
I
put it.
I prepared the
you
vessel
have
too,
to.
girl.
I mean, you're carrying a child for like what, almost 10 months?
No, I
sorry,
know.
sorry.
All of a sudden, I feel really
Wait,
uncomfortable in the
But
kitchen.
once you get a child, we'll talk about
so,
it.
Okay.
wait, guys, I'm not done. To take this to a whole nother level, I always like to add a little bit of agave on top. Just like this. And then some mint. So I just sprinkle a little bit of mint, just like
That's
so.
some baby
Now
making
look
food
at
right there. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh my
There you
God.
go. It's good, right? You like it?
The sweetness
See,
is so nice.
Well, we
Thank
should
you.
start eating that while Donal makes our dessert because you are making a chocolate polenta cake.
I am, yes. It is really delicious. It's, of course, very indulgent, very rich. I've creamed up some butter and some sugar, and we're just adding our egg yolks, or sorry, our full eggs. We're adding them one at a time because if you add them all at once, that mixture has a tendency to curdle or split. So you do it very slowly and surely, and once you get it nicely mixed through, it's ready for the extra ingredients. Now, look, there comes a point where it does look like it's going to split, but remember, you're going to bring it together with your dry ingredients. Now, this is a polenta cake.
No, this is where I get confused. Why polenta cake?
I know, it's a bit of a weird one, but the reason we do it is not only is it really rich and delicious, but it's actually gluten-free. If you can find some gluten-free baking powder, which you can get these days. So we're going to stir through our dry ingredients. We've got some ground almonds. Now, this is all in the place of flour. So we've got some ground almonds, we've got some polenta going in here. We're going to mix it through. Tia, would you throw me in some baking powder and vanilla extract?
Yes,
Look at
there you
this.
go.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And essentially, this baking mixture, this cake mixture, can be transformed in a load of different ways. You could go sort of Middle Eastern, a little bit of orange and pistachio, a little bit of rose water. But of course, we're going to make it a little bit more interesting and add in some dark chocolate. I know.
Can it be any kind of chocolate, or does it have to be dark?
I think it depends how you feel in the kitchen. If you have, you can use whatever. But I have to say, dark chocolate gives you that really intense, rich flavor. So if you could get a chocolate that's like over 70%, you're talking about
And
real
what
business.
does this do to prepare the vessel?
Tia, I think you can take this one.
Jackie, what kind of vessel?
Tia, how do you want to answer that one? Because I can't.
You know what? Let's just
I
start
would
eating
say
your
this is, I mean, it's gluten-free, so.
Okay.
Right. Thank you,
This is
Tia.
it. So you get this into your cake tin. I'm going to rush our way through. You get it into your cake tin. We have one that's already coming out of the oven.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Have a look at this.
Can I ask you something?
This is what you're looking for. Oh my goodness. Now, please, don't be put off by the fact that it's cracked and sunk a little bit because we have all the fillings you want. We have some creme fraiche and we have some salted caramel sauce.
I love salted.
Do it.
Okay, so we go with some salted caramel sauce. Oh my goodness. And then we're going to go a dollop of creme fraiche because it's quite rich and sweet, so you want a nice little bit of acidity in there as well.
Yeah,
For the rest of the
balance
Can
it
I
all
ask
out.
you just
Please.
quickly? Look how beautiful that is. How did an Irish pop star become a food? How does that work?
Through the tears of failed boy bands. That's what I would say.
There is nothing failing about this, honey.
Yes.
This is good stuff.